Hi. I have so many young men that are wonderful young men in my extended family. There's Cole, there's Tyler, there's Brent, there's Eric, and my son Jason. All wonderful young men. And there's Jeff and Dan and Andy. I love them all. Today, though, I'm going to pick on Cole because you know what? Cole is a wonderful woodworker, and he learned a lot of it from his Uncle Dan. And one day, Cole Winter's wife tripped and broke her toe, and she was usually the one that mowed the lawn, and she had one of these old lawnmowers that go this way that you have to push like that. She didn't have an electric or a gas one that went around like this. But she liked it that way because she got her exercise in so she could stay nice and thin. But anyway, she was out of commission. So she asked if Cole would please mow the grass for her. And he said, sure, honey, I'll do that for you. Well, he got out there and he started pushing on that mower. And he thought, goodness sakes, this is hard. She's got a hard job, but if she likes doing it, I let her do it. Well, anyway, Cole was such a good woodworker, and he had a garage full of all kinds of saws and planers and drills, and you name it, he had it. But one day, he got so sick and tired of mowing the grass. Oh, he said, it's hard. So he went, laid against the trunk of a cherry tree. And he was so tired, he fell asleep. And it was such a beautiful day. And he was just really enjoying it. When all of a sudden, he heard this noise coming from the top of the cherry tree. And oh no! My goodness, down from the top of the cherry tree, here comes this old dead big branch, just bangity bang bang coming down. He thought, oh no, and that big old ugly dead branch hit him right on the top of the head. And he looked up in that tree, what caused that? And there's a big old turkey sitting up there. Turkey goes, I don't know, it wouldn't hold me. Well, anyway, Cole, he was rubbing the top of his head and mad at that old branch and everything. But then he got himself a great idea. He went to the garage, put the lawnmower away, it was done, and he got out that old dead branch that he had dragged into the garage. And he decided he was going to do something with that knotty old dead branch. It was all twisted up. The bark was falling off of it, had big cracks in it and fissures in it, like for the bugs and the ants and everything crawling in and out of it. And it had a lot of hard knots in it, just an ugly old branch. Well, he took that ugly old branch and he, first of all, he squared it off and he put it on his table saw and made it like a plank and turned it over so it would be smooth. And then he put it on a planer to get it just the right height and get all the crud and everything off it. And it turned out looking like a really good piece of wood. In fact, it was so beautiful. And so then he thought, you know what? And here's the secret. He was building a table, dining room table for his wife for Christmas, because she had been complaining how old and ugly their dining room table was. It was, the varnish was coming off and it had scratches, and it was given to her by her mother many years before, and it had use before that. And they were thinking of maybe going and buying a new dining room table. But Cole loved his wife so much, he wanted to do something special for her. So he took that old piece of cherry wood and he made it as straight and as beautiful as he possibly could, and he put it on the planer, and then he sanded it down, and he already had the sides and the legs of the table built, and he used to cover it with a tarp. Every time she came in the garage, she didn't know what was under that. There was so much junk around there. Well, anyway, he'd been hiding that as a Christmas gift for his wife. Then he got out that old frame, and he took that old knotted, twisted, split up branch that the bark had been coming off, that the turkey gave him. He took that and he nailed it and he glued it right in the center of the dining room table that he was making for his wife. And then he rubbed it with some mineral oil with a cloth. And oh, the grain on that wood was just beautiful. A heavy, wonderful grain came out. It was the most beautiful piece of wood. And he put other planks beside it to finish off the whole table. But that was the centerpiece. And it was just gorgeous. And it turned out to be the best dining room table. His wife was so happy with it and loved him for it, for the effort he put in, and for the beautiful eyes that he had to see some beauty in something that could look so ugly. And you know, that's the way God sees us too. We can seem so ugly to other people, not just on the outside, but on the inside we can be really ugly. But the Lord has a way of taking us away from that old turkey, and he brings us into his woodworking shop of renewal. And he can get rid of all of the bumps and the lumps and the old bark and this old junk that's on it. And it's not going to feel good, but he's going to saw us down to be square again, not twisted. And he's going to put us through the planer, get all that all even. And it's not going to feel good to us at all. We're saying, oh, Lord, what are you doing to me? And then he's going to put us through the sander, make us beautiful. But then he's going to put on the mineral oil, rub us with that mineral oil, and the most beautiful piece of wood can come out from all those cracks and crevices that were in it. They all got filled in and they're beautiful. And the knot holes, and the wormholes, it just turned out to be the most beautiful centerpiece. He put it right in the center of the dining room table. And it was a lovely dining room table. So I know in my life, sometimes I have felt like that old knotty branch that some turkey was too heavy and it fell down under the turkey. But God took me. Now you say, oh, but you're not beautiful and everything. No, but he does something beautiful on the inside, brings out the best in any of us if we give ourselves over to him. Please do something, Lord, and he will, and you'll be so happy for it. You can turn out beautiful, no matter what you look like on the outside. I can attest to that. But give it over to the Lord. And that's all I have today. God can make something beautiful out of an old, crummy life. He really can. It can be the best part of the table, the centerpiece. Okay, bye-bye.